when's the last time you made a mistake? If you're human, it is probably in the last week. In our working environment, we have got to create an environment where it's okay to make mistakes. That doesn't mean we make repeated mistakes over and over and over again. It means that we make mistakes and we learn from it and we improve and we iterate and we create the safety to admit our mistakes, to put our hand up and take ownership for them, so that we create the environment where when it's safe to say, I've made a mistake, we're creating what's called psychological safety. Psychological safety means that it's safe to make mistakes. And when do we innovate and when are we creative the most? When it's okay to fail, because you cannot innovate, you cannot be creative if you think you can't make a mistake. So I'm going to ask you as the tweak of the week to celebrate failure. One of the terms for this is Fuck Up Friday, where everybody comes together. You actually admit and celebrate the mistakes that you've made. We've done this with our team and it is, first off, hilarious. It's a great way to bond, but also we're kind of saying, oh my God, look what I did. I mean, I actually cringe when I think of the mistakes that I've made over my career, like millions of them, big ones, small ones, all the time. And the only thing that I get from it is continuous learning. Almost my P45 a couple of times, but for the most part, continuous learning. Because that's the tweak of the week. Celebrate your failures. Find a way, whether you want to call it Fuck Up Friday or whether you want to call it something else. Take that time to celebrate with your team. And if you're in a position of leadership, management, you must make sure that you create that environment where mistakes can be made. Not only that, but you create the environment where people can admit their mistakes. So as a leader, consider how you respond when you hear about failures and mistakes. Consider, even, if your first initial reaction is panic, just take a breath, take a moment. Remember who you're speaking to. They're admitting this because they feel it is safe to do so. And the alternative is they try and hide it, right? And it can create much larger problems down the line. So as a leader, consider how you create that space that is safe to speak up, to talk about it, to take responsibility. That's on you as a leader as well. And a lady called Amy Edmondson has written a brilliant book about psychological safety. And in it, she talks about this example of a healthcare environment where people were given the opportunity to report all of their mistakes. And what she found is that in hospitals where there was really high levels of psychological safety, there was actually a higher instance of mistakes. But when they went a lot deeper, what they figured out was there were actually less mistakes. People were just more willing to admit them, to own them, to take responsibility for them, to fix them and to learn from them and help others learn from them. That's what we've got to do in our working environment. So best of luck with this week's tweak. Do tell us how you're getting on. We're 3 months in now nearly. And I'm loving hearing the feedback. If you want to get the weekly tweak into your email box, make sure you subscribe. You'll find the link in the blog. And it means that you get it direct to your inbox every single week. So hope you're enjoying it. And let's make work better together. Best of luck. Take care.